Word chapter 3 is about creating a business letter. And the skill of creating a business letter is important so you can write your letter of application for a job coming up. But also, there are lots of skills in this chapter that you can use for many other purposes. The one I think is most important is the table feature. Remember over here on the left-hand side that we're in module 3, creating a business letter, and that's the third set of blue bars on the outside of the paper book if you have a paper book. Um, there will be things in here that you know, and there will be some new features for you as well. And so you will be learning more information this time than you might have learned in the previous assignment. We'll be talking about using shapes and inserting, formatting them, and changing text wrapping, which is when you put a graphic in and then you have the writing around it. How do you want it to go around that graphic? There are different ways to do it. I use that skill all the time, so I'm just letting you know. We have symbols, which might be it's like those bullets were, except you put it in instead. Then we talked about a page border, but you can have a paragraph border as well. So that's ways to make things look nicer. The I never knew this clear formatting until I came to actually teach this class. There's a little pink eraser up there, like you had in elementary school, and you can erase the formatting on your document. That's so handy, and it does exist in the other programs as well, and in many of them. Then this is the first time we'll talk about styles. I think it's the first time. A style, maybe we did it. Oh, anyway, a style is pre-formatted with a certain text, font, style, color, format that makes it easy for you to make a pretty looking document without going to too much effort. There are styles already made, and then you can make a style. We don't learn it in this class, but you could Google it if you want. And the other thing that styles are good for, well, there's a couple of things. One is if you have a big document, if you use styles, then you can make one formatting change and it changes everything all at once. Or if you want to make a table of contents like my syllabus has, you can use a style and it will create the table of contents. And the styles exist in Excel and PowerPoint, and I think they have no access styles. There might be, and I don't know. Anyway, so the styles are an important skill to learn. That's probably new for you. We talked about tabs a little bit, not too much, and tabs can help you or hurt you. We'll try and help you get a handle on those. Then inserting the date by computer putting it instead of you adding it. Then the table skill. I think table skills are really important because you can do so many things with them. And besides, we use that concept of a table all the way through the class. So this will be your first introduction to tables. And then you said we can put a format a border on a paragraph. Well, then you can make it look pretty. Okay, fine, whatever. And the format painter allows you to take a formatting from here and apply it here, here, and here. That's a handy skill to have. And then the Smart Art graphic. This will be your first exposure. You'll see it other times as well. And the Smart Art graphic lets you take what would have been a list and turn it into a picture. It's very handy to use. And the final is printing an envelope. And I will have you not print it on paper, but print it and attach it to your document. My husband uses it all the time. He hates to write envelopes, so he always uses that skill. I use it too, but so does he. Men use it too. Let me zoom in a little bit more here. And this is what you're going to make. It's a letterhead with some graphics in it, and they made a banner with the address. And this line under here is once you know how, it's fine. But the first time you try it, it's tricky. But once you it's just a paragraph border. Anyway, and the date line can hang you up because of the way it has tabs. You really need to set the tab when you're going to put it way over here. Then what an inside address, that's what this is called. That's to whom you are sending it is the inside address. And the salutation, by the way, business letter salutation has a colon, two dots, instead of a comma. But that's English class. And then you type some text, and then you make this little table. And their table actually has lines in it so you can see the columns and the rows. And then the classroom, I tell the students columns have caps like the in the Colosseum over in Rome or in one of the temples. You have columns and columns have caps. So they go this way and rows run across the page. Do you see me running here? Rows run across the page. They go horizontally. Columns are vertical, rows are horizontal. And so this table formatting, once you learn it, we're going to use it all semester in all of the programs, and it's very, very useful for many purposes. And then there's a little bulleted list. Yeah, big deal. And the closing and signature block of the letter, it's back to that same tab thing. Not hard, but you really need to set the tabs and not just tab, 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 tab to get over to it. If you're new to computers, tab means to hop across the page, not space, 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 space. Not that. Tab, 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 tab. It hops across the page. Then page 2 of this letter has it's kind of like another little flyer, and it has a formatted paragraph heading. And then it has the Smart Art graphic. Remember, Smart Art graphic is what would have been a list of information, but we turned it into a pretty picture. And that's what we have here is Smart Art graphic. You have to know Smart Art because pretty soon we'll get Word Art. Word Art turns words into pretty pictures, but Smart Art turns lists into pretty pictures. So that's what you'll be making in this chapter. Looks like lots of fun, doesn't it?